everybody immediately assumes you're mobbed up. It's a stereotype, and it's offensive. And you're the last person I would want.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. That iconic line might as well describe how deeply Tony Soprano's character was entrenched in reality. While watching Tony navigate the bloody world of the New Jersey Mafia, did you ever wonder if someone like him could actually exist? The shocking truth. Tony wasn't just a fictional character conjured from a writer's imagination. He was a composite of several real-life mobsters, most notably Richie the Boot Boiardo and Vincent Vinny Ocean Palermo. Their ruthlessness, psychological complexities, and family dynamics formed the blueprint for television's most complex anti-hero. Producers consulted extensively with former FBI agents who had spent decades tracking these real-life crime families. Every time Tony lost his temper or showed unexpected tenderness toward his children, that wasn't just brilliant writing. That was meticulous research into the psychological profiles of actual mob bosses. What does this mean for you as a viewer? Every time you felt conflicted about rooting for Tony, you were experiencing the same moral confusion that real communities felt toward their neighborhood businessmen.
They used to run. I'm sorry, prick.
Remember Jamie Lynn Sigler's powerful portrayal of Meadow Soprano? The way she captured the struggle of being caught between her family legacy and her desire for normalcy? What viewers never knew was that another actress on set was drawing from personal pain that mirrored the show's darkest themes. Laura Lee Gallio, who played a minor but memorable role as waitress Jamie, was silently suffering through domestic abuse during filming. Her performance, infused with authentic fear and vulnerability, came from a place few knew about. Producers noticed her ability to convey trauma authentically, but only a handful of cast members knew what she was enduring off-camera. This tragic reality adds another layer to the show's exploration of violence and its impact on families. While depicting fictional abuse on screen, real suffering was happening just beyond the cameras.
Just leave.
I'm not embarrassed. You embarrassed?
Buckets. Say buckets.
Did Christopher Moltisanti's death shock you? That gut-wrenching scene where Tony suffocates his own nephew after a car accident wasn't always the plan. Here's what the creators never told you. Michael Imperioli's character was originally written to survive until the final season. Christopher was meant to become Tony's successor, completing a complex character arc about loyalty and family. So, what changed? Behind the scenes, creative tensions grew between Imperioli and the writing team about Christopher's direction. These conflicts, rarely discussed publicly, led to one of the most shocking character deaths in television history. When you rewatch the series now, notice how Christopher's storyline subtly shifts midway through. Those weren't planned developments, but rapid rewrites necessitated by behind-the-scenes drama that forever altered the show's trajectory.
Open the fucking door. Open the fucking door!
Junior Soprano, the paranoid, power-hungry uncle whose jealousy and ambition drive much of the early conflict. Dominic Chianese brought him to life so convincingly that it's disturbing to learn where the character really came from. Junior was heavily inspired by Anthony Little Pussy Russo, a Genovese crime family capo implicated in numerous unsolved murders. The FBI files on Russo, partially declassified years after the show ended, reveal chilling parallels between the fictional Junior and this real-life mobster. The character's paranoia, his health obsessions, even his distinctive glasses, all taken directly from surveillance reports on Russo. When Junior ordered the hit on Tony in Season 1, that plot point came straight from a suspected real-life family betrayal. Next time you see Junior's calculating eyes behind those iconic glasses, remember you're watching a fictional version of a man who eluded justice for decades.
How you doing, Mikey? How you doing? Oh. Ow! What are you screaming about? Free alteration?
It's like taking a shit. The release afterward is what I live for. Tony Soprano, such these complex characters, came with a price few actors were prepared to pay. What if I told you that several key cast members sought professional therapy specifically because of their roles in The Sopranos? James Gandolfini, the magnificent actor behind Tony, often spoke about the emotional exhaustion of portraying such a violent, conflicted character. What he rarely mentioned was how deeply Tony's rage affected him personally. Crew members reported Gandolfini would sometimes need hours alone after particularly intense scenes to decompress and separate himself from Tony's darkness. Lorraine Bracco, who played Dr. Melfi, has spoken about how listening to Tony's therapy confessions day after day on set created a strange psychological burden, blurring the lines between acting and actual therapy. These weren't just performances. They were psychological immersions that left lasting marks on the people who brought these characters into our lives.
Our true enemy has yet to reveal himself.
Every great crime drama needs consultants to ensure authenticity. But The Sopranos took this to another level, bringing in advisors whose knowledge came from first-hand experience. Several former members of organized crime families served as unofficial consultants, providing insights that no FBI file could capture. These weren't just technical advisors. They were men with blood on their hands, bringing their knowledge of a violent world directly to the production. This created a dangerous dynamic on set. Some cast members formed connections with these consultants that went beyond professional relationships. There were reports of real-world tensions from these criminal organizations making their way onto the set, art imitating life in the most troubling ways. The realism you admire in the show, it came at a price, blurring ethical lines and potentially putting cast and crew in proximity to active criminal elements.
Are you in the mafia?
Am I in the what?
Whatever you want to call it. Organized crime.
I'm in the waste management business. Everybody immediately assumes you're mobbed up.
There's a lot of things I could say right now that I'm not gonna say. Tony Soprano. The Sopranos wasn't just groundbreaking television. It was a masterclass in visual symbolism and foreshadowing that most viewers missed entirely. Those ducks in Tony's pool in the very first episode, the members-only jacket in the final scene, the painting of Tony as a Roman emperor. None of these were random choices. Each was deliberately placed to tell a deeper story about fate, family, and mortality. The show's creators embedded a complex system of symbols throughout the series, creating a secondary narrative that only the most observant viewers would catch. Certain camera angles were used exclusively when characters were lying. Specific color schemes indicated impending betrayal. Perhaps most fascinating, several key character deaths were predicted seasons in advance through carefully placed visual clues that most viewers never noticed until rewatching the series. This hidden language transformed The Sopranos from brilliant drama to visual poetry, rewarding those who paid attention with deeper insights into the characters' inevitable fates. In a disturbing case of life imitating art, many cast members experienced personal dramas that paralleled their characters' storylines. James Gandolfini's struggles with substance abuse mirrored Tony's own battles with self-control. Robert Eiler, who played A.J. Soprano, faced legal troubles similar to his character's rebellious tendencies. The divorces, family conflicts, and personal crises that unfolded behind the cameras created an eerie synchronicity between the actors and their roles. This wasn't just coincidence. The immersive nature of these complex characters created what psychologists call character bleed, where the boundaries between actor and role become dangerously thin. For 6 seasons, the cast lived in this gray area between performance and reality, creating authentic performances, but at significant personal cost.
Big man, huh?
Carmela Sopranos, Dr. Melfi, Livia. These complex female characters weren't just brilliant writing. They were based on real women who wielded tremendous power in the shadows of organized crime. Historians of organized crime note that while men often held the public power in criminal organizations, women like Carmela's character were the true emotional centers, protecting family interests and often making crucial decisions that influenced business operations. The writers conducted extensive interviews with women who had been married to mobsters, discovering that these wives often knew more about the business than anyone suspected. Their silent power, their complicity, and their complex moral positions formed the backbone of the show's female characters. These weren't just mob wives. They were powerful figures in their own right, whose untold stories finally found voice through The Sopranos' groundbreaking female roles.
Tony did call this morning.
I'm fucking talking to stop fucking interrupting!
The fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck you!
The cut to black, the sudden silence, the controversial ending that left millions debating what really happened to Tony Soprano. Here's what few people know. David Chase, the show's creator, designed this ending years before the final episode aired. The ambiguity wasn't a last-minute decision or a failure of courage. It was the culmination of the show's central theme that death comes without warning, without resolution. What makes this even more fascinating is that Chase and his team planted subtle clues throughout the final season about Tony's fate. The conversation with Bobby about death, you probably don't even hear it when it happens, wasn't just powerful dialogue. It was the key to understanding the controversial ending. To this day, Chase refuses to provide a definitive answer about Tony's fate, not because he doesn't know, but because the uncertainty itself is the point. In that final moment, we experienced Tony's world exactly as he lived it, where every ordinary moment could be your last, where family dinner could end in darkness.
Hey!
Stop it!
The Sopranos wasn't just a show about a mobster in therapy. It was a complex web of reality and fiction, where real tragedies informed fictional characters, where actors' lives became entangled with their roles, and where the line between entertainment and truth became dangerously thin. These 10 secrets reveal the true legacy of The Sopranos, a show that changed television not just through brilliant writing and acting, but through its willingness to draw from the darkest corners of human experience to create something authentic. Next time you watch, look deeper. Behind every scene, every line of dialogue, lies a truth darker and more complex than fiction alone could create. What do you think? Did these revelations change how you see the show? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this fascinating, hit subscribe for more hidden stories behind your favorite shows.